Welcome back, everyone, to the next show of CoinGage podcast. Today we have an amazing guest, Farbod Sadeghian, the founder of The Block. The Block is the talk of the town. Everybody here in the UAE is talking about The Block. They're building an amazing ecosystem where they want to bring the key players together and build this new magic here in the UAE where everybody works together. Farbod actually explained to us how he's doing that, what is the amazing team he put together that is achieving his vision. We also discuss how he sees the future of crypto globally, but also in the UAE. We talk also about the big narratives like RWAs, like stablecoins, also about the AI and how it fits into the crypto industry. I know you're going to love this show, enjoy it, and definitely subscribe to the channel and enjoy the conversation with Farbod. Farbod, really great to have you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And to start off very strong, your venture that everybody in UAE and the region is talking about, but even globally, the block. The block. I think, to start off, would love to hear it from you. What is the block? What is your vision behind it? Kind of what is driving it? And, what do you plan to do here? I think everybody who went in One Central, the DWTC, saw you or saw your team. Tell us kind of what are plans, what is coming. Let's love to hear more about the block.
Great. Anton, thank you for having me here. Yeah, the block. It's a new piece of my life, a new baby, I call it. I have been in the software industry since 1999, and we were always developing software for different clients. 8 years ago, 7 years ago, everybody came, why you guys don't do smart contracts, why you don't go on blockchain, Web3. I found it really interesting. It was new to us too. We started learning in, and of course, as a software, it's quite similar, but it was a total different world. And we did a lot of successful and a lot of failed projects back in Europe, and mostly based in Austria or London, where my offices are. And then the whole concept went in a way that I found out that everybody talks about it, but it's not a turnkey matter. And you need a lot of things. When you talk about tokenization, it starts from which chain, how to do it, which legal firm, which regulations you can fall under, then launchpad, liquidity provider, payment rails, my God, it's KOLs, advertising, marketing. And that was something that we had to do with it for each project. Yeah. Around a year and a half, 2 years ago, we lowered our software development part because of joining a larger group called Vero. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking, okay, I know the hassles, I know how the market works, I know how things need to get together. And I came to Dubai, actually, was my visit for our licensing in ADGM and in Vara. And then I found out that, okay, the ecosystem that everybody talks about, it's there, but it's not very in a central way that somebody would cater full blast projects to come in and be issued in the region. Yeah, and then jumped into the block. And the idea was to create a center that all the ecosystem partners who are the providers, they become members. It means they join us as the suppliers of the matter. We are very good at business development, sales globally, and I'm inviting all the projects globally to come to Dubai and use the facilities to issue any type of virtual asset they want, whether it's a RWA or securities, utilities. The only thing we don't do is pump and dump tokens. That one, we are not good at it. It seems it's very profitable, but we are not good at it. We don't cover that one, but that's where we are. And now we have over 200 projects submitted. We are very happy. And my task, I see it, the vision to make Dubai the capital that it is, but act as one that you can come to us and issue everything.
Awesome. Awesome. You said you have some partners. I hope by the end of the podcast, Freedx passes that hurdle.
Exactly.
You invite ICE and CoinGage. So many people who have passed in One Central have seen, the blog that you're opening something there. Can you tell us a little bit more how from the physical side? What's this physical space that you're doing? How it will look like?
The idea was anything you do, you need a physical space, in my view. I mean, everything Web3 and Metaverse, I love it. But somewhere still we need to meet the great people behind those projects. I thought, why we don't go retail space? Because taking an office or something would be what everybody does. And I was lucky to get 2 great locations. In one central, we have Experience Center. What is it about? Is a pitch board that any startup can use it all day. We have a podcast studio. We have a launch pad. The launch pad is cool because like New York Stock Exchange, you ring the bell. In the block, you buzz your token, and some things happen, things jump up and down. And, and the idea was to create a community center that anything happening in matters of virtual asset, they would be with us. Of course, we have the media companies coming. It's more easier that, that easy access and people can come in. The other side is that we want also people to experience what is a virtual asset. Education in this field has been like a small percentage. They're very well informed, but the majority still have questions, whether it's from a wallet till how to trade, what to do, and that's where the block in the one central will be. Then at the tower of Convention Tower, at the entrance on the right, we took also the retail space. It was a restaurant before, now we are remodeling it. That would be more like a little bit more corporate. We have a big room for 60, 70 people for educational, bunch of great meeting rooms, small offices, hot desks for all of our members, again, to hang around. The advantage is the distance is only 7-8 minutes walk from each 2. But I think after September, now the weather is not walking weather, but still we decided to do those 2. And it's going to be a great place to have people like you and all the friends that we have in this business to come, hang around, share ideas. We need to do a lot of brainstorming, I would say, and bring the economy, the virtual asset economy more together to open, to talk about the problems. At this moment, you see we have a lot of bottlenecks in Dubai on issuing any type of virtual asset. And those are the things I want to make sure that everybody talks to each other in a very casual and fun way. That would be like.
Awesome. When is the launch party, the opening party for the...
Okay.
I'm asking the important questions.
I know. It's like,
everybody
the idea was it shall be open already. No, the license is everything which we required. At the end is out. We are doing the construction at this moment. Our plan is somewhere in September to have an opening of both, and one would be the corporate event, and one would be more the fun event at the One Central. And we're installing a lot of screens, and it's going to be a cool space to present stuff. And and we are hoping that mid-September we can open the doors.
Awesome. We have a couple of hubs that are usually closely related to the free zones. So, for instance, you're at the DWTC. Do you have some thoughts about expanding or collaborating, for instance, with DMCC, which is very active on the crypto side, DIFC, Abu Dhabi, internationally? How do you see your positioning?
Look, the block will go international. That's my dream that we are working on. The problem is, these ecosystems which you're naming, first of all, they are not agnostic. It means they are limited to a kind of licensing. And we love them, but sometimes I don't understand it personally. This one is personal, it's not the block team or the block talking. Personally, people feel like there is a competition going on. Actually, as an ecosystem provider and the ones who wants to bring everyone together, there is not a type of competition, because we are not a service company that I would say, oh, you're getting my clients or whatever, because we need to have everyone. And all the other ecosystems also need everyone. That's why we are very open to collaborate with all the other ecosystems, which we are very active. In Europe, we have a lot of collaboration going on. In US, we are collaborating with a lot. We have also 11 staff in 11 different countries that they're representing Block now. Mostly is to get the deal flow, that all the great projects to come to the Block, that we also keep our promise for the ecosystem partners to deliver them cool, solid projects. The move in Abu Dhabi is 100%. We're gonna call it the Block Capital, and that's for me an Abu Dhabi move. But with whom we are going in, we are still negotiating. The Dubai branch, that one was the first one, and it's the active one which we are doing. In Abu Dhabi, I want to make sure that I work with all the ecosystems which are existing there, opening there. Oman, we are very thinking of, because sooner or later the crypto rule book will be signed, and then it makes sense. Obviously, back in Austria, we definitely going to open the block. We have a location for it. But I thought, our team is a great team, but we are still below 30 people. And I thought to leave Austria for the next year, because otherwise it would be too busy. It's like we call it, the concentration and focus is important. Yes. We're going to make a good story in Dubai and then expand definitely very fast.
Awesome. And just to say, in Oman, we have a good mutual friend, Mohammed Al-Tamani. I
Yes.
think you met with him the other day. I saw some nice pictures on social media.
He is he's one of my favorite business friends. That I love the way he does stuff, and now he became a very close friend to me, and I really enjoy talking to him. Awesome. And the way he thinks, and the way also the Omanis are very, I was born in Iran and raised up in Austria and California, but the Middle East region, I'm learning it recently. I was not really living around here for a while, and then I love the way Omanis do business also, and then enjoying the time with him.
Awesome. You are very international in your background. So you mentioned Iran, Austria, US, now Middle East. How was that transition between different cultures, different way of doing business? What's your experience there?
Oh, that one is it's very personal again, because a lot of people find it hard. Yeah. I don't know. I take everything very easy. Yeah. I'm an easygoing person. That's why I never felt I'm somewhere different and I shouldn't be. Yeah. The move from Iran, okay, we were younger. That was always great, because when you travel with family and everything was more fun. Yeah. Then being in US was an experience. Not my most favorite place to live, but still was really fun. My family lives there. Being in California, it's fun. It's nice when you're young, especially. It's like those days was really good to be around. But Austria for me was like a kind of home. I don't know how I felt that all my life, but everything I did, I would go back to Austria, Vienna. And then I lived in Singapore for a while. Yeah, I had an Asia Pacific challenge. And normally it was like I started my company in the time that I joined the university. Actually, I was around 19. Mm-hmm. And since then I was working hard and, being self-employed, not a big investment, and being young, it's like always following the projects. The reasons I moved a lot, living here, there, I was following the projects. Where we got well paid from the contractors, we would follow, moved there. I moved to Switzerland, lived there 5 years in Lugano, 6 years actually, yeah.
So you speak Italian then also perfectly, yeah?
Not perfectly. This is I would say, the German, Farsi, they are the main ones, then English comes in. Italian would be, I understand everything. Yes. But speaking, I can live in a Italian city that they don't speak English. Yes. I could solve my trouble, but if you tell me do a business negotiation, that's where I need nowadays the ChatGPT or Google Translate something. Yes, yes.
I think I'm like you. I can order my pizza, my pasta, and espresso, but beyond that,
I can be a little bit sweet talking, is a little bit to make myself
which they need in
welcome. In Italy, you need it. Otherwise, not many things move. But that has been the experience. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and also just to notice, I met a few of your team members. The block is very, very international. How was it to bring in this amazing team together? And also you mentioned some plans, global. You're already quite global. How was that experience?
Look, I really enjoyed it. And the good thing is, when you start something and everything goes organic, that I didn't do much, to be very honest. We work hard, but the team brought the team. The team enabled the other parts. It's really fun to see that how people join each other. And now we have a very international team. I think it's like 7-8 different nationalities in one small team and growing. But the culture of the company is like, I'm always, we don't have much of hierarchy, although that they all respect me, but everybody can decide on their own divisions, what to do, how to move forward. That made it a very organic move. That I mean, I didn't even know that we are going to Philippines, and suddenly a week before, I was like, the guys are going to Philippines. Like, great, good luck. It's like Turkey was the same.
Yes.
It's like they are very active. I'm lucky to have a good team. Is like that's one of the base matters. But also to mention, Dubai has a different style of movement. In other countries, was not that easy to get so many great talents to come and join. In Dubai, everybody are looking for better achievements. It means they're all very hardworking.
Awesome.
In Europe, sometimes we rely on the social system and the people become lazy. But
Awesome. So I told you, like before, when we were preparing for the podcast, I meet your team quite often. You're a busy man, but if people want to meet you or see you somewhere in the next 6 months, what are your plans? Do you plan to attend anything specifically, or in Dubai, or in the region, or globally?
look, globally, definitely a few events, and so I will join. But for me, the main thing is now Dubai. I'm moving everything now from end of August and most of the time here. I would love to host stuff at our own locations to make people understand. You know, our concept is not easy, and especially the brands that we are looking for, the ecosystem partners from exchanges, from every aspect of it, they don't see the value yet because it's also a mix. We call it a chamber. Chamber, what it does, it's an ecosystem, membership partners that they join, they enjoy events, activities, marketing. But our strongest arm is our business development. We do business development on behalf of our members. It means you tell us, for example, for your company, what do you want to achieve, where you want to be, which type of clients you need, which type of collaboration, and we go after that. And the reason I'm building that, because we are very strong in that. Before I did it for my own companies. And then I thought, okay, scaling it is impossible. You cannot scale a software team from 100 people to 500. It's not a matter. And then also there are great companies out there. I mean, to do my own exchange is one way. To work with great exchanges as a collaboration, it's much easier and better. They are professionals. We are professionals in our business development.
Yes.
And that join makes it really a sweet spot for me. And that was I'm very happy that I don't need to develop everything by our own. It's already a relief for me that, okay, it's like I have great partners. You know? And when you have 100 great partnerships in different aspects from any type of support, then you can scale globally. And the projects we see, it's great. I mean, everybody want to do something in the virtual asset scene. 20% of the market, I would say, they know what they want to do. But 80%, they just have a great idea or they have a great company who want to come into Web3 or virtual asset scene. They don't know how. And that's where we come in the game and say, okay, guys, what do you want to do? Let us help.
Okay, got it, yeah. I have to ask you about the name, the block.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more how that came about.
Okay, that one actually was a team work that all the team were thinking about names, what to use that. One of our colleagues came up with the block and he explained it why it should be the block. And I loved the name, and I was aware of the block in the US.
The media,
The media, that sometimes they are funny, they say we are using that name or not. I started researching because the name was really like what I wanted to hear. It's like solid. The D makes me always like I'm saying that's it. Then we started researching it. I found out that the brand was initiated from Chevrolet, and actually is a Chevrolet brand for one of their cool cars they had in 1980s or something. It was called the Block. Okay. And then I found it has been used in different aspects. And then we decided to trademark it and start working, and it was a teamwork. I mean, I'm more. It should sound good, and I felt like the first time the team told me, I said, "Oh, it's beautiful. Why not?" And that's the way Block came. Now we have the Block, then we have Block Vault is our investment fund, which we're going to support all of our projects that is coming in. Yeah, that has been the journey.
Awesome. Please, now I need to show something to everyone. The block times.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this. We can read it later or now or later.
Yeah,
Tell us how
like,
it came about. Because I like how you put it there nicely here. Tell us.
Look, it's for me still what you touch.
Yeah.
It's important. And then I thought of, I always like to have a kind of business cards. And doing a flyer or brochure and so on, it's very common. And I always love print, although it's not the market anymore. We don't waste that much of paper, but at the same time, it's a very nice gesture to have something to sit sometimes and still read. I remember the times that you would fly in a business class. One of the top entertainments was they come with a trolley of magazines and newspapers, and that was already like a great value. And I was sitting in the economy looking like, wow, the guys are getting Forbes magazine, and I need to buy it. It was a cool way of seeing it. I thought to print something that still people, and I smell it actually. I smell the paper and print and I enjoy it. And that's why I thought to put a monthly kind of newsletter. This is actually our newsletter, which goes out also digitally to the members and all the followers of ours. But at the same time, we print it, and it's nice when we go in different places and I see someone reading the blog. It's like really enjoying it.
Awesome. How can our audience and the people watching us, how can they subscribe or get the blog actually?
Yes, they can subscribe online.
Yeah.
And anybody who subscribe to the newsletter that have an address, they can attach it and we ship it to them at home. And it doesn't matter where they are. It's anywhere they want to get it, we send it to them.
Awesome, yeah. Wanted to get a bit more to talk about your team. First time when I heard about the blog, I also noticed some friendly faces there.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more, like how does your team look like? I know you are the founder, but you also have a person, I think, leading the blog as a CEO a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Look, it's like, as I mentioned, first, my idea was to not have any positions.
Okay.
The team were preferring to have positions. That was a little bit of internal brainstorming and struggle because I think we wouldn't need it. But anyway, we have a CEO, it's Danush, and Danush was in ArtsDAO. He was one of the co-founders of ArtsDAO. I met Danush through a very good friend of mine, and for the community management, I'm not that good at it. And then when I met Danush, I thought, like, great. He knows how to manage a community. He has been around. And I tried to convince him to join, and at the end, I succeeded. Then he joined us as the lead. And for me, Danush is the guy that's very capable of managing our future community, the locations and everything, what is related to it. He's a great asset that came in. Then we had Bardia. He was at Luna PR, one of our greatest assets that convincing was, I tried it. I tell you the story on Bardia.
He's here in the room, by the way.
Yeah, this is Bardia's father actually is a friend of mine, and I knew the father. And nobody in the office told me that Bardia is son of Dawood, my friend. And suddenly I interviewed him, and I was like, okay, you want to join? You join from tomorrow. That's the way we do this. And then after all happened, and suddenly I look at the surname, and yes, it's my dad. So, that was like, yeah. But then Bardia and Nikki is another operation person. The block team, we have few divisions. One is investor relationship, that we call it the inner circle of investors. That's where we support startups or any project to do fundraise. Yeah. That one is led by David Lukacs. Is based in Canada. He's going to swing between Canada and Dubai. Then me, I take care more on the sales of, not the membership sales, more the projects. I love to do the architecture for big projects. We are working with, you name it, from RTA to Abu Dhabi ports to anywhere, and also big projects in Europe. I try to lobby those. That's my job, to make sure that the project is happening, convincing the big organizations to move into the blockchain. And as soon as comes the virtual asset part comes more vivid, then we bring it to the ecosystem. Okay. And I'm more taking care of that side. And my team is mostly based in London and Vienna for the sales part in this aspect. Then we have membership teams here that they cater all what is happening. Then a media sector that is actually led by Bardia, and that would be our media part. We're gonna add some divisions. We have our own advisory that we do advisory for anyone who needs licensing, because licensing processes globally is not an easy matter. I did 28 licenses globally, and we have a great team for it. That's why we thought we support projects, because as sooner as they go to the market, we can add value to the members, and that's where we are very active. But the main thing where I'm looking at is also to have a solid media division in the block. I think that would be our next big challenge, to set up something more solid. The idea is more having like stations that we distribute the news verified from companies who are legally active in this field.
So it would be do I understand it would be something like having your own TV or a news outlet or something like that?
I would say very B2B type of information system, that it could be, I would say it has a TV mode in it, it has a news mode in it, but it's more for the industry. And my problem is at this moment that when you want to read about anything in virtual assets, it's so vast and nobody is concentrating on specific matters.
Yes.
And I want to really be the one that concentrates more on the financial economy of the virtual assets, at least to have a proper B2B updates, because gathering this information at this moment is not easy. And we have a lot of good outlets like CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, all of them are posting great stuff. They are informed about the market, but we more are on the niche side, want to make sure that the B2B, they know what's happening in the, who has what, how to collaborate. Yeah. The idea is to tell the story of everyone, that they can join each other in a better way. That when you have something, why should I do it? You know, what I really feel that is going wrong is that everybody want to do the same thing. Sometimes you see 40 companies that they are developing the same tool. And my concern is, guys, why? I mean, couldn't we just leave this, you do that, I'm more expert in the other side, and let's join forces. That has not been that easy, and that's why we see a lot of companies also fail. Is the Web3 sector had a lot of up and downs, but I think it's getting stabilized.
Okay. I like how you also now went a little bit towards the ecosystem, the companies. We're in a bull market, or I think we're in a bull market. Everything looks great. What are your thoughts about, or experiences so far about how you see the market, especially on the corporate side, startup side, coming here to Dubai? Do we have too much startups here in Dubai, too few in Abu Dhabi? How do you see it actually?
Look, move to Dubai, it's actually something that even before I wouldn't even think about it. You need to experience it. Being in Dubai enables you to do 20 meetings with great companies in our field in a day. You go on an event and you meet the people that you need to meet. When I had this experience myself, I have never seen it anywhere else in the globe. Dubai is, for me, the capital of virtual assets. Is a lot of work to do, because it's the name is there, the branding is there, the community is there, but a lot of things need to be still fixed. We have issues in banking, we have issues in a lot of things, but it's going on the right way. I feel it's going on the right way. I would recommend to anyone who is in virtual asset to come to Dubai. From the startups, actually, we don't have many startups. That's one of the major issues that I see, because we have a great community, great ecosystem. Everybody have a representative here to enable you, but the startups are too few. And I think that the next moves would be great startups coming or initiated here, because in Dubai, we don't have, I don't see much projects in virtual assets that is like, you know, one thing is like the pump and dumps, that there are a lot from Dubai or managed from Dubai. We put that aside, but you don't see that fintech type of thing coming out of here. Still, other countries are much more active, but I think soon will happen. Yeah. I mean, what we see in ADGM now, it's great. Hub 71, all those companies, they are supporting a lot, but I think there will be a very large growth in the next 1-2 years we're going to see. And everybody are moving, actually, for a good reason to Dubai. Is, you know, I love Europe, I love home, but everything what we have is slow. It's like you cannot activate your project in 2 years. In 2 years, what I feel today would be already outdated.
Yes.
And that's where we have problems always in other countries. And in Dubai, the facilities that is enabled for us to move faster, I really enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, why do you think there's a reason that we're still lacking, you know, this critical mass and growth of startups here in the UAE? On the crypto side, yeah?
Look, I think it's those ecosystem matters.
Yeah.
That's why I think we could play a role, and if all other ecosystems join forces to solve those problems, you know, like a bank opening has been an issue for most of the virtual asset companies, and the banks who cater those, they're expensive. I mean, then when you want to have startups joining, you cannot expect them to, you know, to pay for a license a few $100,000, this, that, you know, it's a startup.
Yeah.
We need to have infrastructures for them to be able to enable, go to market faster in a more reasonable pricing.
Yes.
And or reasonable attend, like do sub accounts. If they don't need a main account, do a sub account, or do custodian on chain. Why you need a bank account? We are a virtual asset city country in the world.
Yeah.
And then it would be more senseful. I'm working a lot on that, talking to banks, negotiating on behalf of those great startups. Licensing needs to be more seamless, which we are talking to Vara, we are talking to ADGM, everyone. You know, we try our best from our power, but, you know, we are only one. And with your great podcast today, I would really welcome anyone who want to join. It's joining forces. It's like, and the ecosystem and economy is so huge. Everybody tells me how much of projects you want in RWAs in the block, that the block enables it for the ecosystem. They said it's a $30 trillion business in 2030. Give me a few percent, I'm happy, and the rest can be shared. It's like, it's not a matter of I want to be the only one no. It's the market is huge, and the good news is that corporates, the heavy corporates, that they were very not convinced of moving to the virtual asset. What we see, all of them are moving now, and that's a great news. Every day you open a news feed of yours, you see one of those big companies, big boys coming into the virtual asset scene. It means the market will reach its target. The RWAs will reach. Takes time, but it's happening. And that's a good news. That's why joining forces, making Dubai the capital of the whole activities in this field. And yeah, the market is there.
Awesome. You mentioned RWAs as one of the biggest narratives. What else interests you personally or from the block perspective? Where do you think a lot of potential for UAE and for Dubai?
Look, for me, RWAs, the reason that I'm talking more about that in the block is, first of all, is a newcomer. Second is one of the experiences I had. We tokenized so many assets in Europe, from property, hotels, art, collections, classic car collections. We did a lot of projects, even trade finance, like creating those vehicles. I know a lot about it, and I know where the hassle is or where you need to be careful with. That's why I'm concentrating a lot also on RWAs. The virtual assets altogether, whether it's a utility, security, RWA, based on the security, all of them are growing. I mean, I see the whole market coming. The reason of block and RWAs, because the RWA market comes from traditional market, and they have absolutely no idea. I mean, you talk with me about a great company like Avalanche. They have a lot of experts, people who already choose to go to one of the big chains, Solana, Avalanche, all the great chains that exist. They have an idea. They know exactly, okay, this is what I want. But when you talk about RWA, is the owner of a great factory, he wants to do an IPO of his shares. Or you have a great hotelier who has a great property and he wants to sell his shares to the public. And when you look at that, they are coming from the traditional economy, and we need to onboard them into the Web3 or the RWA world. That's why I think we can add a lot of value.
Okay. What do you think about stablecoins? Is it one of the big success stories in the crypto industry in this cycle?
Look, at this moment, nearly everyone are launching one. It's like, good to see.
Like meme coins in utility, though, because now everybody's launching a stable coin.
To be honest, I don't know why we need so many.
Okay.
To be honest, I believe in them. Some of them are great, but I don't understand it because, it's like, for me, a digital currency that is on USD or on Euro or on AED, we don't need multiples. And I don't understand the idea behind why we need so many of them. But still, the market is growing. People are doing it. But I think at the end would be a winners coming out, that the top three we're going to see in the next few years, who going to be the top three. Yeah. And the other ones, maybe they would melt into them. I don't know. Okay. But the stablecoin economy is a complicated one. And earning money with a stablecoin, also it's a matter of how you want to optimize it. Yeah. But let's see what market brings.
Okay. Can we pay for services at the block with stablecoins? Do you accept stablecoins?
Yes, we do all stablecoins, even any type of crypto.
Okay, awesome. What do you think is the most overhyped narrative in the crypto industry right now? Where is too much attention and too little value?
I would say infrastructure. The infrastructure of all type of real world activities become into a kind of move into blockchain. That's okay. I think the infrastructure for bringing all what we have as assets, activities, data, data on chain, my personal data on chain, that I have control on it, I can monetize it. There's a lot of those aspects we could use, medical data. Yeah. Altogether, we have a lot of, the blockchain enabled a lot of new facets of bringing data, secure it, control it, and I don't see much happening there. I mean, there are great ideas coming and so on, but most of the concentration, unfortunately, goes on some meme coin stuff that I have nothing against it, but it's a different game. It's like, it's a gamification. You play games, you go to casinos, that one for me is the same. It's fun, the people enjoy it, let them have, but we need all those startups and the great brains behind these companies, that there are many of them out there, to come more into infrastructure, providing systems. Our education system. I mean, if when I look at the education system is too old for the mindset of the youngsters which they are going and study. And we need we need help, we need education on that, we need blockchain to step in, we need virtual assets to be understood. What are they good for? Why we are doing all this? Where are we heading with it? Or DeFi. We are getting less and less DeFi. Again, we did a DeFi and now we are going very centralized. And that was not supposed to happen. But those things I would personally, I would love to see more happening.
Okay. You mentioned very briefly meme coins. You don't like meme coins, or what do you think about them?
No, I love them. It's it's a great, it has been a phenomenal move. You see great projects coming out of them. But, it's like, for me, I don't get involved in it personally. The reason is sometimes I don't understand it even, although we are from this market, we are from the industry, but sometimes I don't understand the projects and I don't know the sense of it. And the problem, as always, some people make a market look bad. And in meme coins, we have seen some projects that have been faked or wrong, and they bring the image not in the class that it's supposed to be. I hope that in the meme coin market, there will be more companies that they do more solid jobs, that the image comes back, and it's current, and all the new generation loves to play on meme coins or invest. Yes. I see it positive.
Okay. I have to then ask you also about another big narrative. I mean, outside of the crypto space is AI. So how much artificial intelligence are you using day to day? Are you a big fan of it? How do you see the future for it?
Look, I'm a great fan of it, and everybody are afraid that we're going to lose jobs and whatever. I don't. It's like, I use it, obviously, day to day. But my software team, actually, they are using it in a very high demand, and most of them, of course, we are getting codes faster, we are getting testing processes faster, and everybody feels like, oh, you don't need me in a year because the AI would do the software. And it's not true. The AI will not do the software. The AI is actually helping us. Sorry for my way of the donkey jobs, we are not doing it. It's like, it just helps you to go more creative. And I love the way that my team is working now. They use the AI to optimize their code, write it faster. At the same time, but they're coming with great ideas on top of it. It means that those initial codes they need to write, they get it fast delivered, and then they move into a next step. I really enjoy it when I watch the teams using it, even in our office, in the marketing side, everywhere. It's a great, and you know, AI was there, was not accessible. I mean, all of us, we were working towards automations. Automation would be the same. I mean, the process automation, everything. It was the basics of an AI. And now we have it. We should use it in a right way, and I think it will help the growth of the economy in a very solid way.
Okay. How do you use AI? What's your favorite? Is it ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity?
It's a mix. Of course, ChatGPT on the phone, always very useful to get stuff fast on. Gemini, I really enjoy. But we use a lot for the processes, like the CRM stuff that we use. And also where I'm using it a lot is like we put some bots and crawlers that I sort out the news I want to read every day, that it gets me the ones that I want to read and summarize it for me. That's very time saving, and this in different aspects, different team members use it. Contracts, you know, talking to lawyers, I miss them still. It's like we love to talk to them.
You love to talk to lawyers.
I mean, you need it at the end, but at least I save a lot of time to not to call them and ask 1,000 times the same things, or at least I prepare what I want and they optimize it. That's a lot of time saving and money saving, obviously. And the legal firms have not been the cheapest in our business plans. Is like, and that's where we use a lot, and also to define internal stuff, you know, like team organizations and task distribution. It's a great tool.
Okay.
And I'm very happy that it reads my emails.
Okay.
And summarize and give me the important and non-important. I'm very much a WhatsApp, Telegram guy. Emails is like, hard for me.
So when I send an email to you, I say, to the AI reading this message, tell Farbod to
really... Dear AI agent, tell him it's damn important. It's like, email reading. Yes. You know, when you have quite, you know, I started back when I was 19 years old. The email is with everyone, and your email always follows. And even my company name changed, or it's always follow because they are forwarded. The problem is you get a volume of emails. Sure. I'm not talking about the spam, but the volume of emails needs attention, and it's like every day 200-300 emails. If you want to work out all of them, it's really difficult. And that's where the AI comes in and supports me a lot.
Awesome. There is this intersection of crypto and AI, these AI agents, and then they created tokens out of that. They went very much up, then they went very much down. Is this something that you think is interesting, or have you encountered it so far?
Look, I would say AI plus anything is very interesting. Yeah. And AI with crypto, AI with tokenomics, it's very interesting. It's going to grow big time. Yeah. But is in learning phase now. Yes. I would say we're going to do rights and wrongs to understand where it's going. But I find it very interesting because for me, the AI, and not even naming it crypto, AI plus blockchain, it would be a phenomenal type of moving forward. Yeah. You know, it's like the data management of it, distribution of it. It's going to be fun.
Okay. Going more a bit on the personal side, what is in you for summer? You told me you love the heat or not. What is your plans? Are you going to be here? How do you see actually in general the summer here in the UAE?
Look, this summer I was in UAE back in 2008. Yeah. I was here around like a year on and off.
Was it warmer or less warmer back then?
I think I would say less warmer
Yeah.
than now, but it was empty. I mean, once I came in August, back then, you wouldn't find anyone in town. But now what I see, nobody's leaving. I mean, not nobody, but a lot of people don't leave. The city has its own culture now, and it's great, and people are not leaving. My plan is definitely in August. Normally, we have a gathering with family in Europe.
Yeah.
That I see my nieces and all the family joins. That's beautiful. I will go for that. But I think most of the time, this summer, I want to make sure that I'm a right resident of Dubai and stay over the summer to see how it goes.
Yes, yeah. You're personally more on the enjoying the summer or enjoying the winter. I mean, I know in Austria, the ski slopes, the mountains. This is.
Look, I enjoy both.
Yes.
As I told you, I'm a very easygoing person. I enjoy everything for its own culture of it. It's like I love to be here. I love the Middle East. I love the heat because we are in a desert actually, and I love the mix and match. I mean, I don't want to miss my skiing. That one is one of my, of course.
Are you very good at skiing? Yeah.
Not bad. I started very early days. It's like I thought I'd forget it. 6-7 years I didn't have a chance to go much skiing, and then last year it was great. I was over 10 days skiing in a row.
In Kitzbühel or?
Kitzbühel, yeah.
Yes.
I normally go to Kitzbühel. I have good friends there. We get together. But no, the weather for me, both is nice. But I missed water. In Austria, we don't have the water. You guys in Croatia, you're lucky. You have beautiful beaches.
We have all the Austrians also coming.
Yeah, that part I don't know if you're happy with it or not. Too much tourists from one country is always dangerous. It's if you look at Spain, not to extend it, but a lot of things happening. Now, but for me, it's like the mix and match is great.
Yes.
Actually, when I fly back to Vienna, I really enjoy it, the green and everything. But you miss Dubai. I mean, I don't know. Very few of my great Emirati friends, they were telling me, Farbod, Dubai is different. Once you live here, once you spend time, anywhere you go after 2 weeks, you're going to miss it. And I was like, come on, guys. What miss it? It's like, I'm not like that. And now, but seriously, I go anywhere after 2 weeks and let's go back to Dubai. It's like you get used to everything, this pace, and it's really lovely, actually.
And the people here are also very lovely, kind, welcoming, so many different nationalities, yeah?
Look, it's beautiful to see that so many different nationalities, they live together without issues, with different beliefs, with different ethnicity, everything. And it's like a community. I see Dubai also as a community, that people try to help each other. And that one is very rare anywhere else in the world now. Here, when you come to Dubai, the community is already here. They want to enable you. They want to help you to settle. They want to tell you the good things about where to go, what to do. And that one you don't have much in other places. That feeling is very nice.
Awesome, yeah. And to ask you a bit of a different question. For a crypto exchange startup like Freedx, coming in here to the UAE, building the presence, slowly growing, what would you recommend,
I would recommend to have a niche target that you guys would say, because fighting with the big ones, that's not something I would recommend at this stage. Yeah. What I love about the startups and exchanges is that they create their own niche products in different aspects. It could be that very concentrated on RWA integrations, which we don't have now, or specific type of stakings or something specific about it. It would make it that, I mean, when you send me as your business development guy out there, I need to tell them why you guys need to onboard here.
Yes.
And especially there are great traders out there. They love to be, when you're a trader with a specific amount that in Binance you wouldn't count, you don't become the VIP for them. But there are a lot of great traders that they would love to join a younger kind of exchange to get service, to get support, to get, integrations. And of course, software is the next thing. Offering great APIs, easy access, that would be something that I would be able to work on it and sell it. That would be my selling point.
Okay. And personally, you are active trader or more a long-term investment? How do you see crypto? Are you day-to-day opening the apps and trading?
If I don't forget and not get busy, I'm not a good trader. I do trading once a while. I would say 2-3 times a week. Try to scale some things up and down, but I'm not very active now. Yeah. As trader in crypto, no.
Okay. And to ask you, maybe like also slowly to one of the last personal questions is, you have so many different technologies now. Your AI is very exciting, advancements in healthcare, longevity, so many exotic stuff. Still, we're still sticking to crypto. If you would have to redo it again, would you again go to crypto? Is this, you come from the software background, you have this passion for technology?
Definitely, I would not do it the way we did.
Okay.
The crypto would be a part of it. I wouldn't leave it totally out, but not in the way that the focus was only using blockchain tech for issuing cryptos and markets, and we would do it slightly different.
So you think it's still too much speculation, too much people trying to push bumps and dumps, yeah?
I think it is, and also this the whole chain environment. So many various chains are coming online. I love all of them. The technologies are great, but the problem is how many we need, how we can survive on that.
Yes.
When you have 1,000 chains, is it necessary? Is it not? Why we don't do sub-chains that is easier to improve it? Those are the things that I would look different if I would go back. Yeah. And also, I'm a software guy, was all life. I did also a lot of repeatable jobs. Now that I look back, I say, why did you do it? Why didn't you go and partner with this great company that they were focused in that? Sometimes you become arrogant, that no, I want to own it, I want to have it. AI came in, showed us that the code, you can take a source code and say, write it different, and you get a different version. The value was, and especially the IT guys, we are very much, we want to own it, we want to sit on it, we want to protect it. The market is different now. It's like, I think the economy, collaboration with others and trusting each other and growing faster would be the key. Yes. And that's one of the reasons I started with the block, because everything is out there. I don't need to create much new. Why I don't use them in the right way? Why I don't use them to improve it? Yes. That would be.
Yeah. Farbod, you speak like an experienced entrepreneur. I think like once you have done something a couple of times, you lose the ego. You say, just let's get it done. Let's get the clients. Let's get it going and make it happen.
It took a while, but
we learn. Yeah, so Farbod, I think it's really a pleasure. Great to have you on CoinGage podcast. You're also our first guest, external guest, wow. And really was amazing to have you and to get to know you better. I think the audience and myself, after talking to you for like 1 hour, got to know you a lot better, and hopefully we can do some things in the future as well. It will be a pleasure.
Sure. Anton, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. And let's keep up and chat further.
Awesome. And thanks to the audience for joining in. Definitely subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and loved ones, and the next show is coming soon. Take care and see you soon.